I am Sri D.K. Kamlakar, your teacher for subject Financial Accounting of BCom. Now we are going to learn topic named Branch Accounting. Contents of today's topic: number 1, Introduction of Branch Accounting. Second, Definition of Branch Accounting. Third, Objectives or need of branch accounting. And last, types of branch accounting. In order to increase the sales by intensive coverage of extensive markets, some business organizations open their own shops in different parts of market. These shops are called branches, and the parent office is known as head office. The branches may undertake manufacturing, trading, and several other activities. In India, banks, insurance companies, several other business organizations have a network of their branches throughout the nation. Some important definitions of branch are as follows. Number 1, branch is a section of a business segregated physically from the main section. The definition given by Williams Pickle. Next definition: branch is a department conducted at a distance from HO. These are two definitions. Basically, a relationship between HO and a branch is understood in terms of father and son relationship, where we can say HO is a father of a branch or branch is a son of a HO. Objectives and need for branch accounting. Why branch account is necessary? It is still received through following points: to ascertain the correct trading result and progress of each branch. By maintaining branch account, we come to know exact profit or trading result of a business, or exact where a business is progressing or not. Second, to ascertain the financial position of a business on a particular date. By way of branch accounting, we got a financial position or value of a business. To evaluate the performance and exercise the control over the working of various branches. Through branch accounting, we can evaluate the performance of each and every branch which is working in the market. To estimate cash and goods requirement of a different branches and to make necessary arrangement. Sometimes branch need a cash for running the day-to-day businesses or goods for selling a cash or credit to the customer, so that requirement come to know through branch accounting. To compute the remuneration of managers of branches if based on branch profit. Through branch accounting, we come to know the branch profit. On the branch profit, we can give the remuneration to managers or staff in the branches. To take corrective measures to improve the working of the branches running in the losses. Sometimes some branches are running in the losses, so we need to take a corrective actions for coming these branches into profit. So through branch accounting, we come to take a corrective measures for those branches. To assess the prospect for expansion of a business in each branch. Through branch accounting, we can make a proper expansion of branches. And last, to meet the statutory audit requirement. By law, we need to make a accounting procedure of branches so we can meet the statutory limits. Next, types of branches. On the basis of area of operations, two types are there. Number 1, inland and home branches, and number 2, foreign branches. On the basis of powers enjoyed by the branches, there are three types. Number one, dependent branch. Second, independent branch, and last, agency branch. Inland or home branches, established within a geographical location of a country where the head office is located. The branches open in the different parts of the nation where the original undertaking being registered are called inland branches or home branches. These type of branches are also called national branches. Inland branches are established to meet the demand of local and domestic customers. Foreign branches. Because of the rapid development of trade, commerce and industries, and with the growing through competition, the business enterprises are opening their branches abroad in order to capture the potential market and accelerate the business globally. Therefore, the branches established abroad is called foreign branches. Dependent branches. When the policies and administration of a branch are totally controlled by the head office, who is also maintain its accounts of the branches, is called a dependent branch. All the plans, policies, rules, regulation of the dependent branches are totally formulated and executed by head office. Independent branch. The branches that can keep their accounts themselves and sell goods that are sent by the head office as well as those purchased by themselves are known as independent branches. These are the branches which can sell goods to head office too. They can pay their own expenses and can deposit their collection in their own name in the bank. These are the branches which are not depending on the head office for the goods and cash requirements. And independent branches maintain complete set of books of accounts separately. At the end of the year, the branch prepare branch trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. Agency branches. Sometimes HO could not possible to make a branch in a particular location. That time the HO or head office appoint an agent for the sale of goods. Retail branches. The branches who sells goods to direct to the customer called retail branches. And last, wholesale branches. The branches who sells goods to the wholesalers. The wholesalers can sell the goods to the user or a customer. From the point of view of accounting, for the dependent branches are differentiated in the following four types. Where the branch sells goods and supplies the goods by the head office only for cash. Second, where the branch sells goods supplied by the head office only for cash as well as credit. Where the branch are supplied by the head office at a invoice or sales price. Where the branch trades independently of the head office. Thank you.